Welcome, Empire fans, to tonight's podcast of Williamsburg Football, speaking with head coach Rob Woodward. First of all, Coach, congratulations on your win at home there at Ed Miller Stadium against West Portsmouth. And I know coming back and playing a team that you faced the week before, is always a hard task, but boy, did you guys put it together and take care of business.
Yeah, thanks, Gene. It was a great game, marked by a great week of practice, and I talked about this on a couple other times that I've been interviewed with people. I knew going into that week, obviously, we had played them the week before, but just the energy, the emotion that our players brought, the leadership by our senior captains and our seniors on the team, and just how they approached practice that week was, top notch. And when you've got that, when you got those kind of things going, and the energy, the want to be there, the want to get better, the want to be better at week 11 of the season, then, you got something special going, and we definitely got that, and the guys went out and executed perfectly the other night.
The one good thing about I wouldn't say the good thing. Well, for fans, it's neat to think about, but when you get in the second round of the playoffs, you end up starting to play teams you've never really seen before, and it takes on a whole new dimension of practicing and preparing for a team. Without going through your scouting report, what do you guys do as coaching staff when you go look at a new team like that and you have such a short time to turn around and do it? What's the thought process in that?
Well, the key word there that you used is it's a process. It's something that you can't finish up in a 6-hour session. You can't do it in a 12-hour session, really. It takes us usually 24, 48 hours to really digest everything as we watch a team, and we kind of take in, okay, what are they trying to do? What are they really good at? Who are their key players are going to jump out at you. You're going to read the stats. You're going to see some of that stuff. But what are they doing when it comes down to situational football and it's 3rd and 10, it's inside the red zone, they're backed up on their own, they're in a punch situation. What are they trying to do? What do they feel they're good at? And that's a process that it takes a while to really grasp. Now, the other thing is, what are the personnel that they have, and who are some of the pieces that they're trying to use? And I'll tell you what, there is not a better group of men in the country, I feel like, that can really break down high school football like the guys that I got on staff. When they come down and they really look at what the opponent's individual players, when you're talking from tackle to tackle, secondary-wise, formation-wise, what are the things that they're trying to do? Our guys really have gotten so good at evaluating the team and breaking that down, and then being able to go back and teach that to our players. That's where I think we've gotten so much better. This is my 11th year as a head coach. The first 5 or 6 years, we were doing some of these things, but we weren't doing a great job of teaching it back to the players and really getting the most out of them. I went back and watched the playoff game, 2012 playoff game, and when I watched that game, I saw some things that I thought, gosh, we weren't that good at this. We weren't that, I remember at the time thinking we had good players. 12 or 13, it was in those years, and we're so much better at it now, and that's just a process for us as coaches too, as we really have recognized, and we've increased the caliber of football that we play. As we have gotten to play the cold waters, and the Pemberville Eastwood and the teams that have been really good challenging teams, Columbus Academy, Madison last year, and just over the years as we've played these caliber teams that are able to get into the playoffs on a consistent basis or make a deep run in the playoffs, it's really enhanced how we evaluate, how we break down, and how we go back and teach that to our players. And I think our coaching staff is getting better and better at that every year.
Well, you when you mention that stuff, it kind of jumps out to me that you always have playmakers. Any football team you have, you're going to have your playmakers. But you really got to pay attention to not their great offensive tackle, but their other their other offensive tackle. That what does he do to to hurt other teams. I think it's an entire game process that coaches have to look at.
Right, and you got to really. It's a chess match. It's a chess match of where do I put my pieces, as opposed to where you put your pieces, and how do we make that work? But you're gonna run your sets. You're gonna run your things at certain times during the game or different times during the game, and you're looking to capitalize on that. I've got to try as a coach to establish when is that going to be, and then when are you going to throw in your change-ups? Because that's the other thing. We're always evaluating. Okay, when are they going to? They could go back to this right here, or they could go back to that, or here's something an option they could have off that. And our players have gotten so good at, and I really think this is attested to the fact that they've been, as we've made deep runs consistent years. The freshmen are seeing how we coach things. The sophomores are seeing how we coach things, and they're absorbing it so much better. They're doing such a good job. Our younger levels are doing a better job of taking care of the little things that we don't have to spend as much time on, and our players can just absorb, okay, what are those things? And they're ready for that. They're coachable. I mean, bottom line, they're coachable. They're being very coachable and able to adjust and change on the fly. And in the week of practice and preparation to know what the opponent's going to do.
Another thing that changes here in the deep playoffs, Coach, is the weather, and that's going to be a key factor this Saturday. As it's going to dip down in the 20s, close to the 20s there. What's your preparation for that?
Well, I guess my preparation is how I've tried to see it is we know weather's going to come, so we don't talk about weather.
Gotcha.
We want to make sure, and we've said this from the get-go, we want to be playing when it's cold. And we want to be playing when the weather changes like it is. And I've faulted myself in the past for my approach to that and how I've allowed the players to approach things with that. But every group's different. And I think we've gotten a lot better at the mental preparation and different things. You've got to be smart. You got to have your guys acclimatized to what they could expect, but at the same time, teach them to be smart. Wear the kind of clothing that can allow them to still be athletic, but can still provide them with the protection that they need or the coverage that they need to just trap some of that body worn thin. And just being smart on how they stay nutrition and hydration, all that is so key with weather as well, and getting yourself run down, and you're burning calories like crazy when you get out here in this kind of weather and this cold. And we practice our guys at a time frame that allows them to experience some of that cold air and breathe that into the lungs. So it's just all a process. It's all an experience that we've got to try to get them ready for and embrace and want to be out there. That's the big thing. You want to play when it's cold, and we talk about that from week one when it's super hot against that Ironton team, and we want to be playing when it's cold. And sounds like we're going to get a little of that this weekend.
You ended up liking the place where we're playing?
I think I have kind of grown to enjoy that little 60-minute ride up the road there, and I got to hand it to Chill Coffee. They've really done a great job.
They do an excellent job.
Yeah, the field is fabulous. The stands are adequate to hold our big crowd that comes. We got the big jumbotron. They've enhanced their parking as they've got done with some of the construction and stuff. So there's more parking spaces for people as well. There's places to eat up there for the fans that travel up. It's easy access, nice roads to it. I mean, in Southern Ohio, we're the last team left, still playing football, and I got to feel that there's some people from the east side of the state to the south central to just south of Columbus. There's a lot of people that are going to want to come to this game and cheer us on. And then, I'm sure Jamestown, it's about the same travel distance for them. So I think it's a perfect location. And again, the hospitality up there is great, and they'll take care of us. And we'll be in for a great ball game.
Any final thoughts before we get off this week?
Here we are, 3/4 of the way through the week of practice, and our guys have again come out and got themselves ready to go. Something that we've enhanced is our physical training over the last 2 years during the season. And I've seen growth out of our players. We're actually getting stronger in weeks 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The end of the season like this. Last week we had 100% squat max reps. That are 100% of our team that either matched or beat their reps last week. We had 92% today in hang cleans, and our guys are getting strong and ready, and it's an exciting time as I really think they're starting to peak at the right time, and we got to keep that momentum rolling. We got to go out and we got to play sound football, and I know the Pirate Nation will be out to cheer us on, and we're excited to have that energy and ready to rock and roll.
Coach, thanks a lot, and good luck to your Pirates this Saturday night.
Thanks, Gene.